distracts the intention from Allah to the worldly thing is basically the world. In other words, the worldly fascination, the worldly needs distract the people, right? Distract the people from the pure sincerity of Allah. So anything in the world that distracts a person from their true purpose in life can be classified as dunya, according to the definition of dunya. Now, there's an interesting thing is that I'll finish by two hadiths about the whole discussion of sincerity. We'll think about that. That Prophet Muhammad said, now this hadith is narrated from Abu Huraira and narrated in Muslim, is that with the three people, Allah Rabbul Alameen, one narration is saying that Allah Rabbul Alameen will light up the fire. Another narration is saying that at the very beginning, three people will be sent to the hellfire. Those three are the best people, basically, in outwardly form. First is the shaheed, who died in the path of Allah in this life. It's a bit surprising, right? Second is a religious scholar. And third is a rich man who used to donate a lot. Now, these three persons are really important. Now, according to Ibn Taymiyyah, he actually said one really interesting thing is that we know that famous statement of Quran that, and we also make the dua that, oh Allah, keep us with the Prophet in the rank of Prophet, Shahid, Siddiq, and Salihin. So we cannot be Prophet, but if you look at the other three things, like Shahid is the martyr, Siddiq is the scholar who is truthful, because scholars always talk the truthful thing, and Salihin, who is to do the good thing, who is to donate. So these four categories of people are in the top grade of Jannah. So this hadith is talking about those people. So Ibn Taymiyyah said, interestingly, that these people would like to imitate them. People would like to be them, to get in the highest rank in Jannah. But they actually copied them, not from their heart. They didn't have any intention to fight to please Allah. They did fight, and this hadith is saying that on the day of judgment, Allah will say that you didn't fight for my sake. You did fight because you will be called, people will name you as a most brave fighter for your name and fame. And the scholar would be said that there are two interpretations here. He was a reciter as well, Quran reciter. So you recited because people will say you as a qari, good qari. Or you are a scholar because people will say you as a knowledgeable person. There was no love of Allah in that, because I knew the heart. So they will be thrown to hell. Just imagine, they will be thrown to hell before the Jew, before the disbeliever, before the mushriks, at the very beginning. And the third type of people is the knowledgeable, is the donor, who used to donate, who used to do the charity, but their intention was different, that I will be famous. People will say that he is a generous person. That's why they will be put into the fire. So, which means that these hadith is completely wrapped up with the intention, bad intention. The next hadith, this hadith is in Bukhari and Muslim, Abu Huraira, same Sahabi narrated. There are 7 types of people who will be under the shade of the Allah's throne. Another famous hadith, right? So there are 7 types of people who will be under the shade of the throne of Allah on the day of judgment, when there is no shade, because the sun and other things will be very close by, right? Who are those 7 persons? First is a just ruler. So just ruler, he always used to do the justice. He didn't care about the bribe. He didn't care about the force. He didn't political force or any other enforcement. Second is a youth who grew up in the worship of Allah. That's why parents should really try to put their child from their early stage as a religious one. They will be under the shade of sun, the shade of the arsh. two people who love each other for the sake of Allah. Again, the intention is there. They only loved each other for Allah's sake, because Allah would be happy. That's the reason. And a person who resisted the temptation from opposite gender, a person who tempted his resistance, who resisted the temptation from opposite gender only for the sake of Allah, because only Allah can see it, no one can, right? And another person who gives the charity in such a way, in such a secret way, that he's even, the hadith saying that his right hand doesn't know, or left hand doesn't know what his right hand is doing the charity. So secretly. Now, if someone can do the job secretly, which means it is only for the sake of Allah. Intention is there, right? And last one is full of intention of sincerity to Allah, is who, when he is alone, he cry for Allah, so that Allah can forgive him. That is full of, right, self-intention to only to please Allah. So which means that these 7 types of people, if you think closely, that these are nothing but full ikhlas. Full of ikhlas. That's why Rabbul Alamin classified them, that those will be under the shade of throne. May Allah Rabbul Alamin give us the understanding.